I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's number one Chief Rock and Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Morning Time show. The Knicks Morning Drive running a little bit later, afternoon time. It's 2 o'clock and the party just don't stop. All right. So what's good? Knicks Economy Show is in the building. Hit him up is in the building. Salute. Make sure you check out my man Fritz Alcindor on the NBA Economy Show. Check him out. It's growing fast over there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure when you go over there and hit the like button, and when you hit the emojis, and when you comment, and when you share, and when you subscribe over there, tell them to turn that microphone up. That's my little, I don't know why I feel like I feel compelled to just like say that all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute to Fritz. Doing great work on social media. Salute to him. Salute to everybody watching on YouTube. Salute to all of y'all. East Blue Drew is in the building. Salute. Salute. So we're gonna rock for a little bit, man. I have a entertaining topic for me at least. It's entertaining. For me, it's entertaining. Right? So for me, it's entertaining, but I think you guys may get some value out of this conversation also, right? So you'll get some value out of this conversation. Coach is in the building. Salute. Hotline Bling is in the building. Salute. Salute. So, greetings, Earthlings. I'm glad y'all are here, rocking with us. Pete is in the building. Salute. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Salute. Man, yo, as I was preparing for this, I honestly can't believe that this is year 4 of Lawrence Tears. That's crazy. This is year 4 of Lawrence Tears, man. That's crazy. Sherwin is in the building. Salute, Sherwin. I need your impact today, man. You got to be busy today, Sherwin, because I got a thing, man. I got a topic that I want to talk about, man, and I need your impact, Coach. I need your input. Kerry Cox, I need your input today, man, because I was on my daily walk. Listen, man. So I'm trying to get those 10,000 steps in, man. 10,000 steps is a lot of walking, y'all. It's a lot of walking. It's a lot of jogging, a lot of running, However you get there, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. I don't know if you guys exercise or not, but 10,000 steps, man. Yeah. That's a lot. But if you care about health and wealth, 10,000 steps is probably your starting point. You know, that's probably your starting point, man. Get up, move around. So that's my little advice. Rome, Far Rock in the building. Salute. Queens in the building. Salute to the greatest borough that God ever created. Queens, New York is in the building. Inwood, Far Rock, Southside, Jamaica. Yeah, Kerry Cotton, that's a longer trip than going around the block. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think that's like, it feels like about 22 or 23 blocks. That's what it feels like. Just walking. I mean, I'm talking about just walking in the straight line. I ain't talking about like, you know what I'm saying, going 10 blocks and turning around and coming back. But exercise is for the mind and for the body. It's for your emotions too. Exercise them emotions, man. Keep everything in good shape, a good state. King Ribby in the building, fresh out the shower. Just for you, King Ribby. This is just for you. Shout out to the greatest borough that God ever created, Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Crown Heights, Bed-Stuy, Flatbush, East New York, Fort Greene, Dumbo, Canarsie, Williamsburg, Red Hook, Coney Island, everywhere in Brooklyn. Salute to Brooklyn. Jay Boogie in the building. Salute Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie says, Old Snap Afternoon Job celebrating 4 years running. Congratulations, Mr. Freezer. Keep rocking, my brother. Shout out to the family. Salute. Ma'am. Shout out to one of the greatest high school basketball programs in the country, Cardoza. Salute to the city that only produces point guards. You want a point guard, marry a woman from Jersey City. You want a point guard, you want a real point guard. You want a real point guard, have them born and raised in Jersey City. Point guard city. East Blue Juice says, I'm in Coney Island right now. Yeah, bro. Hey, yeah, man. Salute to East Blue Juice in the building. So I want to start our daily conversation with a thing. I want to start off our daily conversation with a thing, and then I also want to continue the conversation with a number of prefaces. I want to continue to so I want to start with a thing, and then I want to continue with some catch-alls. Right? So here's the thing that I want to start our daily conversation with. Hey, salute to Jay Boogie. Also, Jay Boogie sent me a fire track yesterday. Jay Boogie sent me a fire track yesterday, man. Salute to Jay Boogie. NBA Economy Show says, I was born in Coney Island. Oh, man. NBA Economy Show says he was born and raised in the streets of Brooklyn. Yeah. That's some old school. That's some Houdini for those that don't know. Yo, my man, my mellow, get on the mic because he eat jello. Wise is in the building. He know where I get that from. He know why I said it. Salute to the saint. Wise, man, the man of wisdom. Salute to my guy. Wise. Danny Landis is in the building. Danny Landis is in the building. Salute to Long Island. Salute to Long Island. Salute to Danny and Lucas. Salute to them. JW is in the building. Harlem World. Yo, don't nobody, yo, man, listen, man. I'll be 60 in a few years, right? I'll be 60 in a handful of years, right? Just whatever. I'll be 60 in a handful of years, right? I ain't never seen, bro. I ain't never in my whole life seen a borough that take, or not a borough, but an area that take pride in dressing like Harlem, USA. So Harlem ain't a borough. We already know where Harlem at, man. We probably been to Harlem a million, quadrillion, bazillion times, right? But nobody take pride in being fresh like Harlem, USA. Nobody. Dudes is like throwing on a Mitchell and Ness jersey just to take out the trash to the corner. Dudes put on a best do-rag and a best Mitchell and Ness jersey just to go outside and come right back. Hotline Bling is in the building. Hey, and Kerry Cox says, "What are we doing about backup center?" Hey, I got you. This is the conversation. This is the conversation for that. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that right away. Right? I'm not going to do that right away. But I am going to talk about it. What I want to talk about first, though, and I know the title of the show is the Knicks Breakout Player Prediction. I already know. You already know. Tony Crow is in the building. Salute to my family, Tony Crow. Yo, I watched y'all last night. I watched a bit last night. So the first thing I want to mention about this season is that the Knicks fans have championship aspirations. Yo, Elvis is in the building. Salute. Sure, yeah, I got you. So, as a fan base and as an organization, I have a sense that this year is championship or bust for the Knicks. Right? As Knicks fans, most of the people I talk to feel as if anything less than the Eastern Conference Finals is a waste. The Eastern Conference Finals is not good enough. And if we make the NBA Finals, anything can happen. Now, mind you, I said that in layers, right? A second round exit is going to put people on the hot seat. Right? A second round exit, whether it's injuries or not, is going to have people on the hot seat, right? a second round exit. Don't matter how it happens. It doesn't matter how the second round exit happens, right? People are going to be on the hot seat, whether it's Coach Tibbs, whether it's Julius Randle, whether it's the front office. Somebody is going to be on the hot seat because Knicks fans have been through so much over the years that we believe in the natural progression of things, right? You played Atlanta in the first round, you lost. It felt bad. We felt like we should have beat Atlanta. That roster was terrible. The only real good player on it was Julius Randle. That's neither here nor there because the result is the result. The result is the result. The year after that 4 seed, we were ravaged by injuries to Derrick Rose, to everybody was. It seemed as if everybody was injured. Seems like everyone was injured. King Imbert is in the building. So we missed the playoffs in that 37-win season. Things happen. The next year with Brunson, with the addition of Josh Hart at the trade deadline, Corey Lee is in the building. Ivory 10 is in the building. Salute. That next year we lose to Miami in the playoffs. Mitch has a hip injury. He's wearing that long leg sleeve. Remember, Mitch was sort of slowed down by injury in that 2023 playoffs. Randall was injured. Quickly was injured in game 4, I think. Missed game 5 and 6. Quentin Grimes had the shoulder injury. Jalen Brunson had the ankle and the wrist. Remember the wrist injury? Jalen Brunson missed games towards the end of the 2023 season. And so we lost to Miami, a team we felt like we should have beat. And then there was this year. The Knicks again ravaged by injuries. We lose in the second round to an Indiana Pacers team. We felt like we didn't even need all of our guys back. We just needed one guy. If OG Anunoby doesn't get hurt, I feel like the Knicks win that series. Right? And I'm talking about without Mitch, without Randall, without Bogey, without Hart being 100%. If OG is there, I still feel like we beat Indiana. And I think Indiana knows that. Right? So you have that natural progression of things where the Knicks have made the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years. The 1 year they didn't make it, everybody was hurt on a flawed roster. And so now going into the 24-25 season, now mind you, think about what I said before you formulate a premature opinion. Think about what I said. The Knicks have made the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 seasons under Tom Thibodeau. In this regime, 3 out of the last 4 seasons, the Knicks have made the playoffs. Now, going into the 5th season, our expectations as Knicks fans are higher. Our expectations are higher. Being a playoff team is no longer good enough. We've been there, done that. We've been a first round exit team. We've been a second round exit team. This year, anything less than the Eastern Conference Finals for a lot of you guys, and I'm saying this confidently because I speak to you either via text message, via telephone, via comment section, via social media, wherever it is that I interact with you guys, you all feel, whether you speak to each other or not, whether you speak to each other individually, you spoke to me in one way or the other, whether it's voice, text, social media, comment sections, whatever. You feel as if making the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 seasons, we've been a first round exit. We've been a second round exit twice. So anything less than the Eastern Conference Finals, someone is on the hot seat. Someone is on the hot seat. Somebody. We don't know, but somebody is going to have to answer. Someone. In our mind, it's the natural progression of things. You can't make these bold moves and then take a step backwards. You can't improve the roster and then backslide. Dripmore is in the building. Salute. And if you think about what I'm saying to you, I'm not saying this because I want something from you. I don't want anything from y'all. Right? I don't want anything from y'all, like in terms of this. What I'm saying is, I understand. That's all I'm saying. Right? Like I'm legit don't want you to well, I don't mind, but I'm not asking for you to clip this short video section and blow it up all over the internet. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is I hear your thoughts and concerns, and I agree. I hear you. I hear you. You make the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 seasons, right? You probably should have made it in 2022, but the roster construction, all these new people and injuries all over the place, and all these things, and it just didn't fit. And Coach Tibbs tried his best all year long to get us into the playoffs, and it just it just wasn't meant to be. Just wasn't meant to be. It happens. But for a franchise that has made the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years with their mind on making it 4 out of 5 years, anything less than the Eastern Conference Finals, somebody has to pay. Somebody's going to be on the hot seat. Somebody is going to be on the hot seat if this team loses in the second round of the playoffs 3 years in a row. Now, do I think this team will lose in the second round of play? Absolutely not. I think this team is a championship contender, and you guys do also. I think you guys do also. Right? And so while we believe this team is an Eastern Conference finalist, should have been that this past season. Should have been that this past season. We knew that there were a lot of things, a lot of hindrances. There were a lot of hindrances. 2 major in-season trades in one season. So the Knicks had 2 major in-season trades. That rarely happens for a playoff team that wins 50 games. You generally don't flip over your roster in season. You generally do it in the offseason. The Knicks did it in season, still won 50 games, despite 2 major trades and injuries all over the place. And the Knicks still won 50 games. So now that I've established that part right there, I just want to establish that as a floor. I just wanted to establish that as the base layer for our conversation. Now that we've established that as a base level for our conversation, that the Eastern Conference Finals is a baseline for us. How do you feel about the Knicks versus your Eastern Conference opponent? Right? How do you feel about your Eastern Conference Finals opponent? In my mind, I have no doubt it's Boston. I think the best 2 teams in the Eastern Conference right now by far are our New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics. They're the NBA champs. All the other teams, to me, are improved, but they have something to prove. See, we're smooth. We ain't got nothing to prove. We don't have anything to prove to a first-round playoff team. The Knicks don't have anything to prove to a second-round playoff team. Right? The Knicks have everything to prove in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks have everything to prove in the NBA Finals. But for your Philadelphia 76ers, they have everything to prove. Your Indiana Pacers, they have everything to prove. Your Cleveland Cavaliers, they have everything to prove. Your Orlando Magic, they have everything to prove. Your Miami Heat, they have everything to prove. Your Knicks, however, are smooth. We ain't got nothing to prove. The Knicks don't have anything to prove to a first-round playoff team. The Knicks don't have anything to prove in a 2 versus 7 matchup. Whoever the 7 seed is may get a gentleman's sweep. Whoever that 7 seed is, pencil in who you want. Pencil in Milwaukee if you want. Whoever you want to pencil in as the 7 seed, they already know what's coming. Right? And then in the second round, pencil in who you want in that 3-6 matchup. It don't matter. Whoever the 3 seed is, whether it's Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Indiana, Cleveland, whoever it is, we've already been here. That'll be our 3rd year in a row in the second round. And mind you, for all the sleeper teams, think about, because I know what the national media is going to tell you. The national media is going to tell you, oh man, Knicks fans, y'all better watch out for Philadelphia. I don't believe in fear mongering, right? I don't believe in fear mongering, right? You ain't gonna make me scared by talking. You're not gonna talk me into fear. That's not how I'm wired. I don't care how powerful you are or how tough you might feel like you are. You ain't gonna talk me into fear. I don't care where you from or what you've been through, how powerful you are. My personality type is you are not going to talk me into fear. I'm not wired that way. I'm not that type of person. You're not going to talk Philadelphia up to me, right? And as if, oh, you should be scared of Philly because they added Reggie Jackson and Kyle Lowry and Paul George. Y'all should be afraid. Nah, no, not really. Not really. Not really. As a Knicks fan, not really. Ron from Still Knicks fans in the building. Salute. Not really. And I say that hoping that you guys will feel the same way as Knicks fans. When they point out, when the national media points out stuff like, oh my goodness, when Ben Mathurin comes back for Indiana, he'll solve their depth issue in the backcourt. Oh my goodness, Ben Mathurin is coming back for Indiana, and now Indiana is going to be better than ever. Indiana signed James Wiseman. Oh, be afraid. Nah, I'm good. Rel is in the building. Salute. We talk Mavs in the building. Dope content, as always. I became a member of their channel, right, just to support little financial something. In the grand scheme of things, my membership over there doesn't mean I'm a Mavs fan. It just means I'm supporting one of my friends, and I understand that what I contribute to that is probably just like a drop in a bucket. But I want the Mavs fans to understand that the gestures like just to letting people know that you support them is more important than what you're giving. It's like, you know how like an event happens in your life, like one of your friends or something go through something and you just show up over their house with like some KFC or something, and they'd be like, yo, I don't even eat fried food. Hey man, I just picked up something, man. I just want to be supportive. Just want to be supportive. So that's the thing going on with the Mavs. I went over and was in one of their conversations last week, man, and they had an intriguing conversation. And so if you're a NBA fan, a fan of sports talk, and that's what those guys do, they are Mavericks, NBA, basketball, sports talk junkies, right? Their conversation can either be laser focused or esoteric, but it's always entertaining. It's always entertaining. So whenever you want content, man, and check them out. My man Rel is fire. My man Rel is probably one of the great Chief Rockers on YouTube. Now, I'm not going to say he's the number one Chief Rocker because that spot is occupied and will probably be occupied for a long time, but he's definitely a Chief Rocker. And salute to King Kai and others over there. But to my Knicks fans, the fan base, like we have these conversations either daily, definitely weekly, definitely monthly. The national media resorts to fear mongering and clickbait to get you to pay attention. And what I would say is trust what your senses are telling you. The Philadelphia 76ers added Reggie Jackson, Kyle Lowry, Paul George, Kenyon Martin Jr. And all of a sudden we added Mikal Bridges, right? We added Mikal Bridges, and they added like an old folks home, and we should be afraid of them right now. Nah, let's see it on the court. Let's see it on the court. Mega in the building. The Milwaukee Bucks added nothing. Indiana is getting healthy. One guy. Boston re-signed their guy. They're running it back. Cleveland is bringing back the same thing that got them washed out of the playoffs. And I say all of that to ask you, when the Knicks make the Eastern Conference Finals this season against Boston, how do you like your chances? How do you like your chances against Boston with this roster? Wiz is in the building. Wiz says, we talk Mavs are the funniest duo in sports talk. They were funniest when Mavs so we can run. Salute to We Talk Mavs. Yeah, for that's our brethren. That's our brethren. And a crossover soon come. We just don't know. We're wait. I think Rel is working on some stuff for us. So we'll probably, I'm shooting for 2 crossovers this summer, maybe one in the upcoming weeks and then one right before training camp. We'll see. But Knicks fans, how do you feel? How do you feel about an Eastern Conference Finals, Boston Celtics versus New York Knicks? I can tell you how I feel. That sounded like an Al B. Shore lyric, right? I can tell you how I feel about something. That sounded like an Al B. Shore lyric. But anyway, I feel fine. New York versus Boston, it feels like it's meant to be. Right? It feels like anytime the Celtics win a championship and they don't beat the Knicks to get there, it's a phony championship. Right? Think about how you feel right now. About the Celtics' road to become the Eastern Conference champs. Not how they looked against Dallas. I'm talking about how did y'all feel about the way that Boston picked daisies on the way to the NBA Finals? Tell you how I feel about Boston right now. The Boston Celtics should be praying that the Knicks get the hardest road to the Eastern Conference Finals. Right? They should be praying that the Knicks should get the hardest road to the Eastern Conference Finals. Because if both teams get to the Eastern Conference Finals healthy and rested, It's not even a question what happens. Because I think some of the things that we talk about in the off season, we forget to talk about during the regular season. Get the example I'm going to give. At what point does age catch up to Drew Holiday? At what point does Boston's bench show the world that they are not a great bench? At what point do the injuries catch up to Kristaps Porzingis? Now, here's the question for you as a Knicks fan. Have you seen the best of Jalen Brunson yet? Jalen Brunson has only been a full-time starter for 2 seasons. Listen, y'all know I talk hoops here, right? And I know people want me to talk more about gossip. They want me to gossip. That's not like my personality type. I'm more of a hoops person, right? So I'm not gonna do like the TMZ stuff. And no disrespect to the people that do the TMZ stuff. Like, I'm not gonna sit here like, yo, the Knicks checked in on Clint Capella. That's not my thing. Right. My thing is shooting it to you straight. Right. My thing is not, yo, the Knicks talked on the phone with Danny Ainge the other day. That's not who you can ask. Jay Boogie, Corey Lee, and others that you ask Rel and others that talk to me maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks or so. I'm not that person. I'm straightest to this. I get straight to it. You can ask Alawise, ask King Ribby. I respect y'all too much to say stuff like, yo, the Knicks checked on Clint Capella the other day. And if you're interested in stuff like that, that's fine. There's plenty of channels that do that, right? But as hoop heads, I'm asking you, all of y'all in the chat right now, I'm asking all of y'all, have you seen the best of Jalen Brunson? Jalen Brunson has only been a full-time starter for 2 years. He made the All-Star team in one of those years. He was All NBA in one of those years. And the year that he didn't make it, he should have. Hugh Hicks in the building. Kev Middleton. Kev, have we seen the very best of Jalen Brunson yet? In my mind, no. He's only been a full-time starter for 2 seasons. Mr. Fitzroy says, I'm a professional truck driver 365 days of the year, hard at work, listening to the guy, Chief Rock, Uncle Freezy, spitting facts. Bim, I appreciate it. And, man, you stay safe out there on the road. Priority number one is your safety, man. We want you to make that money, have a good time, deliver on time, but be safe. The thing with Jalen Brunson is, in my belief, we've seen the tip of the iceberg, but we don't know how big the iceberg is. Right now, maybe the key to Jalen Brunson's success is reaching the level he's at and staying there. Right. So maybe where Jalen Brunson is what he will be, or maybe it's his best, but the key is staying at that level for the next 5 years. And that's going to take hard work. Right? That's going to take hard work. That's going to take hard work. But I got something I want to share with y'all. Here's the thing I want to share. When a second round pick ascends like this, it just takes a little bit of time. But once they get there, they are there. Mind you, Jalen Brunson is a second round pick, right? Second round pick guy, vastly underrated coming out of Villanova. He wasn't 6'5", he wasn't 40-inch vertical, he wasn't this, he wasn't that, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. But what it appears that he is a winner. All right, so here's the list. Let me see. Okay. All right, so here's a list. I'm looking at this website. It's called sportsnaut.com, and they have the top 10 greatest second round picks of all time. And I'm going to read some names, right? Chris Middleton, Gilbert Arenas, Paul Millsap, Maurice Cheeks, Knicks assistant coach Maurice Cheeks, Tony Kukoc, Mark Gasol, Draymond Green, Dennis Rodman, Manu Ginobili, Nikola Jokic. And so when you hear those names, Jay Singh in the building, Nick Yak in the building, when you hear those names, I think you could start to, at some point, I think we're going to add Jalen Brunson to that list of greatest second round picks of all time. So it's probably taken him a little bit longer. But with that said, if you know that it's taken Brunson a little bit longer to get to the top, now that he's here, does he have another gear that he can get to? And in my mind, absolutely. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. And so then you pair a top 5 NBA player, or let's say top 8. Let's say top 8 NBA player in Jalen Brunson with Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Keita Bates-Diop, Deuce McBride, and Cameron Payne. And Boston has Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, top 8 player in Jason Tatum and Kristaps Porzingis. To me, the math is simple. The math is simple. How confident are you? How confident are you, Boston versus New York? To me, it's not even a question. Nicky, I appreciate this comment too. I defend our Knicks players when he went after Mitch. Right. I think I compiled some proof. We go after Mitch and it's not right. We go after him senselessly. Mitch does need to improve in certain areas. But just going after Mitch for the sake of going after Mitch to me is petty. It's beyond petty. But just real quick, so before I get to really why I'm here, the real reason why I'm here is I want to talk about 3 players I think can be breakout performance for the Knicks. But the more I read y'all comments, the more I get distracted. But I guess that's neither here nor there. Coach says Mitch is literally my favorite Knick. Hey, you know what? I have a thing I want to show y'all. And I wasn't going to show y'all, man. I was just going to wait for the right time. Let me do this. Where is it? The center options? No. Oh, this is the list, everybody, I put together before the draft. We had conversations about certain players, and look who we have highlighted in yellow on the list from a conversation from that we had from way back. We had this conversation. Pre-draft, I think. You see that name, Dmitry Skepintsev? I was trying to defend him on the Knicks at Night podcast about how he's a rebounder, soft touch, all that stuff. And the nighttime show, the Knicks, the fans at night wasn't buying into this Kapintsev conversation. And then I had the conversation with them after Summer League, and they're trying to talk to me about Skapintsev. I'm like, hey, bro, we talked about this a month ago. There's a couple of names on this list that I like. I still like Koloko, even though he's dealing with health concerns. I still like Kabengele. I still like Yurt7, even though he got Pat Ewing fired from Georgetown. Paul Reed signed with somebody else. I think he signed with the Pistons. Classic Man is in the building. But here's the thing. Here's the one I want to show you. I want to defend Mitchell Robinson. So I'm going to defend Mitch from the haters. All right. So what you see, and I'm gonna get to a thing, right? But I wanna let me slide that over this way some. All right. So what happened is people constantly, I think what people are saying is um the Knicks couldn't afford to lose Isaiah Hartenstein, and they feel like the center position is in bad hands now that it's handed back over to Mitch. I think some Knicks fans feel as if the Knicks need a starter and Mitchell Robinson is a backup. Pierre Moise is in the building. Salute. Hey. Hey, can I have something to drink? You got any soda? Okay. Can I have some? I almost pulled you on camera. I almost pulled her on camera, just everybody. All right, so what I have in front of you is the stretch of games where Mitch was injured on December 8th, I think, against Boston or something like that. Right? So what I have on the screen, what can I scroll up? Oh, there it is. What I have on the screen is the 11 games that Mitchell Robinson missed before the OG Anunoby trade. Thank you. What's that? Wine? Wine? You trying to get me drunk? She trying to get me get me tipsy in the afternoon. Man, it's not even 4:00. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's not wine. Okay, all right. So what I have on you on the screen is the 11 games that Mitchell Robinson missed before the OG Anunoby trade, where Isaiah Hartenstein was the primary center option. And what I want you to look at, and this is prior to OG Anunoby, right? This is prior to the January run. Look at the point totals that were given up without Mitch. 130, 117, 130, 144, 109, 102, 130, 122, 129, 117, 140 points. And the stretch where Mitch got hurt, where Mitch was out, and before OG Anunoby, right? Because it's not fair to judge before OG Anunoby and Precious got here, right? Because it's not a big enough sample size for Mitch, because Mitch only played, I think, I don't even know how many games Mitch and OG Anunoby were on the floor at the same time. So it's not even fair. So we talked about January a lot, about the January Knicks, right? How dominant they were. Only lost 2 games. Right. The points the points against with Isaiah Hartenstein as the primary center was 124.5 points per game before OG Anunoby. And I know what people are going to say, but Hartenstein is a rim protector. Hartenstein helped our offense. Hartenstein, and what I'm saying is he did all the things that we want to say for Hartenstein. I'm not kicking Hartenstein in the back out the way out the door. What I want to do is show you that you can be pro Hartenstein and pro Mitch, right? You don't have to be pro Hartenstein and anti Mitch. You can support both. You can support Hartenstein for all of his contributions. And Hartenstein, if you're watching, thank you for your contributions. But if you're pro Hartenstein, you don't have to be anti-Mitch. You don't have to slam Mitchell Robinson every chance you get. Right? And so for people, and what people are going to say is, and I know I can hear them, but the pace of play, the Knicks played faster with Hartenstein and blah, blah, blah. Okay. If they played faster with Hartenstein, they scored the Knicks with Hartenstein as a primary center scored 121.4 points a game. Right? The point differential in that time without Mitch is 3 points, a negative 3 points a game. The point differential in that time frame was -3. Right, Nick Yak. Now you see. Okay. So now we deal. Okay, Nick Yak. Now you see what I'm getting at. So Nick Yak let the cat out of the bag. I was hoping that I could let the cat out of the bag myself, but since Nick Yak stole a bag and just let the cats run loose, he says OG got here during the 103-point run before Mitch injury. We gave up 105. The last game before OG Anunoby, the Knicks gave up 140 points to the Indiana Pacers. The Knicks were the 25th ranked defense. After January, the Knicks were the 5th ranked defense. So you can give kudos to Hartenstein all you want. Hartenstein, we value your contributions. But in a team game, you can't just say one of your guys on your team is good and the other is terrible. Nick Yak says, thank you. Well, with narratives, Nick Yak, they'll hear narratives and they'll run with it. Like they'll hear, or somebody will say something and people will run with it and make it a story. And during that 11-game stretch, this is the thing I want to point out too. During that 11-game stretch, right? 11 games, Hartenstein led the Knicks in rebounding 3 times. Randall led the team in rebounds 7 times. Josh Hart led the team in rebounding 1 time. In that 11-game stretch where Hartenstein was the primary center option, right? He led the Knicks in rebounding 3 times. That's it. Hartenstein, for everybody that's going to say, well, he's an offensive rebounder. He rebounded and he only led the Knicks in rebounding 3 times in that 11-game stretch. So what am I getting at? What I'm getting at is I trust Tom Thibodeau and Leon Rose. That's what I'm getting at. Ultimately, I trust the coach and the front office to do whatever it takes to improve this team and have this team be a winner. That's what I'm saying. Am I trying to kick Hartenstein's back in? No, not really. I appreciate what he did while he was here. But he's no longer here. So just real quick, I want to get to the topic of the show. The Knicks breakout player prediction. And I guess y'all already knew. Y'all already knew that I was going to have my boy up here because that's my heartstring. right? Every opportunity I get to show some love to Dante DiVincenzo, I do it. At times, I feel like he's a forgotten man. At times, I think he's forgotten because we have so much talent. So, in my mind, I think there are two players that are destined to have breakout performances. I think you're going to see some of their numbers reach maybe career high levels. And player number one, LI1, what's good? Player number one that I think is going to have career highs in certain numbers is Dante DiVincenzo. I think Dante DiVincenzo is going to have a career high in assists. I think Dante DiVincenzo is going to have a career high in 3-point percentage. And the reason why he'll reach both of those is because I think the Knicks have a lack of proven playmaking depth on the second unit. Not a lack of talent, because Cameron Payne is talented. Deuce McBride is talented, right? But for this group, I don't think we have a proven playmaking guy on the second unit that we know can mesh with the current group right away. Maybe Cameron Payne comes in and becomes that, right? But it's not proven yet. So is there a likelihood? Yes. But is it proven? No. Not with this team. And I think Dante will also get some of those, some of the things, some of your concerns, right? Like, who's the backup point guard? I think some of that is going to be addressed by Dante DiVincenzo. Am I saying Dante is a point guard? Absolutely not. No. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that. Dante is not a point guard. But I think you'll see his assist totals go up as you see Tom Thibodeau works with different matchups, different lineups. Lineup flexibility, I think, is going to be the reason why Dante DiVincenzo gets more combo guard responsibilities based on the lineups and based on new guys coming in. And I also think with a more spread floor with Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Keita Bates-Diop, Cameron Payne, Josh Hart, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, I think Dante is going to get more open looks from three. Less contested 3-point looks. Will Dante break the Knicks 3-point shooting, the 3-point make record this season? I don't think so. But will he make a higher percentage of the shots he gets I think so. I think so. Here's the other thing, too. The Josh Hart thing. I think Josh Hart's rebounding numbers are going to increase to career high levels also. And I base that on the Knicks not bringing in a backup center yet. The players to watch are Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. They'll get to give more energy in less minutes. They'll get to play harder in less minutes. They'll contribute more in less minutes. Josh Hart's assist totals will go up, and his rebounding totals will go up to me because the second unit at the outset will be a smaller unit from the outset. And we'll need Josh Hart to get those, help grab those rebounds. You'll see Josh Hart play even harder in less minutes. Josh Hart won't have to pace himself during games. Josh Hart won't have to focus on playing 48 minutes. Josh Hart in less minutes can give you more energy and effort in less minutes. And I'm going to go out on a limb and even suggest that Josh Hart may get 2 or 3 triple doubles this season. My 2 predictions for the second unit is Dante DiVincenzo as 6th man of the year, and Josh Hart gets 2 or 3 triple doubles. And mind you, one triple double is a lot. One triple double is a lot. I think Josh Hart gets 2 or 3 of those this year. And the sleeper guy in all of this is Keita Bates-Diop. I don't know what Keita Bates-Diop is going to do. But what I know by watching him over the years is that he plays a lot. He plays a lot. For his career, he is a 16 minute per game player. Last year, he started 8 games for the Phoenix Suns. When he was traded to Brooklyn, Brooklyn was a mess. I don't want to count what they did. Keita Bates-Diop is going to contribute something. It's a name. It's Keita Bates-Diop. Is going to have an impact some type of way on this Knicks season. I don't know what impact he will have on the season, but he's a guy that historically plays 16 minutes a game. Where are the Knicks going to get those 16 minutes a game from? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But it's food for thought. So Dante career high in assists, shoots a higher 3-point percentage because he'll get more open shots. Josh Hart career high in assist totals. Rebounding rate will increase. Keita Bates-Diop is going to have an impact. I don't know if the Knicks got him as a throw-in, but I don't know how you keep that man off the floor. It feels to me like the Precious Achiuwa move, where we traded for OG Anunoby and we found out that Precious Achiuwa was a contributor. And for the record, for those keeping tally, Keita Bates-Diop as a wing player shoots 47% from the floor and 33% from three. I expect the 3-point percentage to increase here under Tom Thibodeau. But that's all I have, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for rocking. Thank y'all for watching. For those of y'all watching on replay, thank you for watching till the end. I added some food for thought to the Knicks universe. Just some things that we can keep an eye out, just have a conversation about, and instead of fighting each other all the time. So I hope you enjoyed it. Peace, everybody.